Hi, my name is Amy Hollum. I'm with Aimeesaudios Subliminal Acoustic Fingerprinting, and I'm doing the consultation with Ann Zendanowski. Sorry. And we're going over the recording again, Aimeesaudio.mp4. And the last time that we did this, we went through different forms of sections. We didn't go through it in a continuous order, but we jumped from different minutes. So like the 1 minute to the 4 minute to the 6 minute, and then the end of the recording. And I know that you wanted to find out middle information regarding that. So did you want to start at, I know we did part of the beginning already of the file, like the 0 to 15 seconds. Did you want to do specific in-between sections, or is there any specific areas of focus that was more interesting to you and that you want more details on?
Yeah, I listened to that the other day, and it didn't seem like there was as much static as there was in the first one when I was sitting out on the porch. And so I can't really tell because it seemed like it was kind of more quiet, because you can tell, like, when there's a lot of static that there's probably a lot of communications going on. So I just don't know. You didn't get my message then, because I did send you a message that let's just do the first one, and get through that one minute audio and see what we can find in there, because you were telling me yesterday, that it was probably a better idea to do that one. And then I was thinking about it. I said, yeah, you know what? She's probably right. She knows what she's talking about.
No, I did not get that email.
Oh, no.
No, I didn't. But I could pull it up really quick. That's not a problem.
Okay.
So let me pull up your file really quick. The someone on my roof sounds correct.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, they were hitting me pretty hard all morning. Yeah, that one's a lot shorter.
Okay. So that one, I believe, if I could recall correctly, we only got to the 0 to 15 second marker on that one.
I think so. Gosh, I don't remember. I was really having a hard time with my memory today. I uploaded part of that file from yesterday, and I had just listened to it, and I was trying to remember what was in there so I could put it, good explanation on YouTube, and it was like, I can't remember, but I was being hit all morning with electricity in my head, I mean, it's a wonder that I can actually talk right now,
Oh.
I'm very chatty today.
That's always a good thing. I like chatty people. All right. So, here in this file, let me see if I could go back to my notes here. They were talking about the spaceports, Hollywood, in Florida, not Hollywood, California. They were talking about land signaling, notice boards, the watt signals, and it seems like they were connecting to trafficking operations and connecting more on the military side.
Yeah.
And that's where we found that elite tire protocol. And you said that you found a company called Elite Tire right near your road, or a couple miles away. And we also got the Eagle equipment, which is a military jet.
Yeah, that guy's always around me.
So they were also talking about Windows support servers. So that they were using a Windows system.
Yeah.
Okay. That gives me a better idea, so I make notes on all of the victims and the people. That way I can keep track to identify key information as we're going through the recording and stuff like that. So it's always good to do that. So let's start then. Since we got the 0 to 15 second marker from the first consultation, let's go to the 15 to 30 second location marker.
Okay.
And you want to go through the whole entire recording, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's do that. I already went over the frequencies with you in the beginning, so I'll just go straight into the communications now. And we're going to be focusing on the 15 to 30 second location marker.
Okay.
There are musical tones in the background. They are fluctuating. It does seem like a trumpet tone. So there is a trumpet sound, which I believe actually also has to deal with a weapon system and acoustics as well.
Okay. Will that make my ears kind of ring and buzz and all that stuff?
I think it has to deal with part of their platform. There are some applications when people start up applications that have specific sounds and tones. It's kind of like a virtual application. So if, like, let's say they bought a bear software, you could hear a bear growl in the beginning. Or if they're purchasing some form of tiger equipment, they open it up and there's a tiger sound. You know, so sometimes with those trumpet sounds, it's kind of key because there is a weapon system that is specifically with acoustic and horns and resonance inside. So they could be using that. So if in some way to formulate connections. But this sound is very particular. It's like a horn announcement, like do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, which means it's kind of almost like an initiation, or it could possibly one of those start-up tones that are being used.
Okay.
They said we talked to Gloria. They said left field. They said Pokemon scriptures. They said 300 femurs for sale. And then there was a person that said ooh in response. This probably all has to relate to the trafficking operation.
Okay. What would be a beamer in that? I wonder.
They said Gloria's the boat.
Okay. I am near water.
So if they're using boat equipment, that might be the name of the boat.
Okay.
So there could be different spellings of Gloria also as well. It probably might not be common spelling.
Okay.
They made a statement, laser ready. They made a statement, passive aggressive.
Would that be with the weapons or to try to do that to somebody?
Which one?
The passive aggressive. Would that be a weapons thing, or is that what they're trying to do, to me?
I don't think passive aggressive. Passive aggressive means that person doesn't anger easy.
Oh, okay.
So that it's hard to get them into an anger mode.
Oh, okay. I thought it meant like it was some kind of pathological thing. If you have a passive aggressive personality, that you're probably a mean person.
Well, passive aggressive doesn't technically mean that you're a mean person at all.
Oh, okay.
I never looked at it on that way.
Yeah, because it is pretty hard to get me upset, even with everything going on. But when I go, Lord have mercy.
Right. But usually passive aggressive isn't a derogatory term. At least
okay.
I've never took that as a derogatory statement.
Right.
Everything I do comes up in Japanese.
Oh, really? Yeah, I know they do know quite a few different languages, so at least my perp does. So I'm thinking that probably all the leaders have a lot of education in different languages.
Yeah. that they keep stuff. Okay. They said, I don't like her degree. They made a statement, pick low energy. They said above neck on the right. They said max cord up. They said Tampa medical angel. They said play reverb. Made a statement sexual adjective. They said Facebook program. And pick the metadata.
Are they using Facebook?
So it seems like if they're specifically working on Facebook programs, that these people get to choose what type of metadata that they're going to focus on inside of that Facebook program.
Oh, okay.
So if they want to measure by biometrics, they could order that type of data. If they want to do social media app or messenger, they would get access to that type of data. If they want to go into data or analytics, they can gain access into that type of software or equipment.
Okay.
So do you have a Facebook page?
Yeah. Yeah, so I wonder if they were trying to hack my Facebook. As I know there's a few other people that they were hacked. They can't see anything and communicate, that type of thing. So I kind of, when I came across that, I think it was yesterday, it was like, oh, I wonder if that's what they're trying to do to me too.
It is a possibility. You did record this from your cell phone, the someone on the roof sounds. So if the Facebook program is on your cell phone only, and that's where you use Facebook only, they would have to be able to hack into your phone and gain access into that application, that direct application.
Okay.
And the permission would probably come from Facebook itself.
Right. Well, I know they're tied in with Meta because I remember years ago my perp was telling me look for changes in Facebook. And he had drawn, that kind of 8 symbol that's sideways that's on the Meta. And it's on a lot of other stuff too. Now I keep noticing it. He had actually drawn that in my skin several times. It looked like a ribbon or something, or a sideways 8. And he did say, 8, because I'm his 8th victim. And he said, no, that's, I can't remember what he told me it was, but he actually drew that, made a bruise in design on my foot. And he did it on my leg, on my arm before, but I didn't know what was going on. He told me he did it, but I was like, how did you do that? I'm thinking to myself, right? I mean, I had no idea he was breaking in and hurting me at night.
Through the metadata. Well, then you would be able to at least get a copy of all that metadata and find out where your data is being sold to through third-party contractors and align them with some of the projects that's associated with it, or even cross-reference some of the names that can be identified too.
Oh, wow. There's so much to do. Our secure, police and FBI and stuff should be doing this. Lord have mercy. That ticks me off.
They should be, except they're kind of involved and corrupt, and they're covering up the crimes. I mean, here we just found information on 300 femurs being sold. How many dead bodies is that?
Oh, femurs? I thought you said beamers. I thought it was cars. Femurs. Oh, my gosh.
That's femurs. As in bones. Probably for cannibalism. People make bone broth.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's so sick. I never even thought about that with the bones, right? Oh, wow.
So, did you want me to make statements on that information just so I verify? Because I could ignore it.
Yeah, if you could, that would be great.
Okay. Then I'll make sure not to make comments on the trafficking operations. So,
no.
Kind of disturbing.
Yeah, that's good that you're saying it, though. I mean, because it's going to be recorded, I'll upload it, and other people can hear that this is, real, and there's connections to a lot of people, even if we're not directly involved in it, right? I don't know if I said that correctly, but I know what I mean.
Right. Okay. I just know some people want to know more facts about them, and so I try to focus on information that goes strictly with the client instead of the outside information. So, but it all relates. It's all connected.
Yeah, it is. Someday it could be my femur, Lord have mercy. Oh, please, Lord, don't let that happen.
They said Doug Harvester.
Doug Harvester?
Harvester might be an app. It could possibly be a last name. They said comp controller.
That was cop controller?
Comp, like COMP, a comp controller. Usually, like, isn't a comp controller have to do with the city? Oh, she got dislodged. So I'm gonna continue on with the recording until she logs back in. Made a statement they marked it. They said secret project.
Okay, I think I might have missed something because I got hung up on.
I didn't hang up on you, but
yeah, it's just like disconnected because it probably was the perps that did it or something. But yeah, the last I heard was comp controller, and then it went dead.
Comp, like COMP. Usually, in my mind, a comp controller is usually somebody that has to deal with like land surveys, right?
Oh, okay.
Usually, because they did make a statement about the field, left field.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have a field to my left, but if I'm going out my front door, it is to my left.
Okay.
So I don't know if that is it or what is happening. I don't know what these people mean. It could be anything.
Right. Well, I mean, depending on what was occurring at that time.
Right. And I'm looking out the kitchen window trying to figure out what could be out there. Because sometimes I do see something shining that looks like it could be a weapon. I've never really gone out to explore it, though.